The Little Match Girl by Hans Christian Andersen. It was the last evening of the year, and the weather was terribly cold. Snow fell heavily, and darkness covered the streets. A poor little girl walked alone through the city. She had no hat on her head, and no shoes on her feet. Earlier, she had worn her mother's large slippers, but she lost them while crossing the street to avoid two speeding carriages. One slipper disappeared, and a boy ran away with the other. Now her small feet were red and blue from the freezing cold. The little girl carried bundles of matches in her apron and tried to sell them. But all day long, no one had bought a single match, and she had not earned any money. She was hungry, cold, and afraid to go home because her father would be angry that she had sold nothing. Finally, she sat down in a corner between two houses and curled up to keep warm. Her hands were almost frozen. She looked at the matches she carried and decided to light one. As the match flared to life, she imagined sitting beside a large, warm stove. The heat felt wonderful, but suddenly the match burned out, and the vision disappeared. She lit a second match. This time, the wall before her seemed to disappear. She saw a table covered with a white cloth and a delicious roast goose. The goose even appeared to walk toward her. But then the match went out, and the cold wall returned. She struck a third match. Instantly, she saw a magnificent Christmas tree filled with thousands of shining lights and colorful decorations. It was more beautiful than any tree she had ever seen. As the match faded, the lights rose into the sky and became stars. One star fell, leaving a bright trail. The little girl remembered what her grandmother had once told her: whenever a star falls, a soul goes up to heaven. She lit another match, and there stood her beloved grandmother, smiling warmly. Her grandmother was the only person who had ever truly loved her. "Grandmother," cried the little girl, "please take me with you. I know you will disappear when the match goes out." Afraid of losing her, the little girl quickly lit all the remaining matches. A brilliant light surrounded them. Her grandmother lifted her into her arms, and together they rose higher and higher, far above the cold, hunger, and suffering. They flew into a place filled with warmth, peace, and joy. The next morning, people found the little girl sitting in the corner with rosy cheeks and a gentle smile on her face. She had frozen to death during the night, and the burned matches lay beside her. She must have tried to keep herself warm, people said. But no one knew the beautiful visions she had seen, or how happily she had entered the new year with her grandmother in heaven.